Good day everyone, my name is Kathleen Amban and I am the reporter of Group 1 and our chosen topic is all about lack of sustainable practices in the hospitality industry. The hospitality industry like hotel, restaurant and tourism uses a lot of resources like for example is the water, electric and so on. Many businesses don't follow sustainable practices that can lead to harm the environment. Why is sustainability important in hospitality? Sustainable development in hospitality is a business imperative that balances environmental stewardship, social responsibility, and economic viability. As the industry uses the large amount of water, energy, and materials. Unsustainable practices harm the environment and increase the cost. Example of affected areas. First is beaches. Beaches suffers from plastic and any bottle of water. Next is forest like deforestation. Next is coral reefs like physical contact of divers and snorkeling activities. Lastly is the mountains. Mountains suffer from the waste left behind the hikers. Example of unsustainable practices. First is overuse of water in hotels like pools, laundry, and landscaping. Next is high energy consumption like overuse of air conditions and lights. Next is excessive food waste in restaurants like kanang over na pag-order sa restaurant. And next is use of single-use plastic like straw, bottles, and packaging. Impact on the environment. First is pollution like waste and plastic kanang mga gikan sa itong mga basura. Next is depletion of natural resources like water and energy. For example, ana is ang pagkaubos sa ato ang mga puno then or deforestation. Next is greenhouse gas emissions from energy overuse. And lastly is damage to ecosystem and wildfire.
Now let's talk about the impact on businesses. So we all know or we know that hospitality business is a major consumer on various resources in our environment. The need to provide the high quality service and comfort. So if we lack sustainable practices in hospitality industry, the first impact on business is the higher operational cost due to waste and overuse of resources. So because of this, it could directly impact profitability and long-term sustainability. It could also affect a long-term structural damage to the company's reputation. So how do we solution this? First would be prioritize actions, prevent or avoid waste, reuse, repair and refurbish, and recycle, transform waste. And then optimize purchasing. So how do we practice this? For companies or the businesses, they must buy in bulk and transition to paperless processes, for example, the receipts and the billings. And then for unavoidable waste, explore technologies that convert waste into usable energy. Then the next is the negative reputation among eco-conscious customers. So because of this, it could lead to financial losses, brand damage, and even legal action. So how do we have a solution for this? So we have to admit and commit, acknowledge past shortcomings rather than trying to hide them. Instead of hiding them, we must acknowledge our mistakes and live past it. We move forward and do better. First thing is to do operational sustainable changes, shift to sustainable materials, for example, recycled, organics, or bamboos, and replace single-use plastic wares. Then for a better example is engage and educate consumers, create a sustainable community, faster engagement by launching initiatives that encourage customers' participation, such as recycling programs, and also in marketing campaigns, so that through this, more people will be encouraged to do the advocate that you are going to do. And then the last one on the impact on businesses is the missed opportunities to attract sustainable travelers. It's like connected to the second impact. Because of the bad reputation of your company or the business, of course, there are missed opportunities to attract sustainable travelers. So we must do all the things we need so that there are no more missed opportunities.
Effect of the problem on the environment: pollution, deforestation, and loss of biodiversity. Increased carbon footprint from energy overuse. On businesses: higher cost for water, energy, and waste disposal. Loss of eco-conscious customers. Water conservation solutions. Install low-flow faucet and shower heads. Use water-efficient laundry systems. Collect rainwater for landscaping. Encourage guests to reuse towels and linen.
Sustainable practices in hospitality: reduce water and energy use, conserving resource to lower environment impact. Example is using leadlets and lowlets faucets. Next is minimize food waste, avoiding unnecessary foods disposal. Example is cooking based on guest reservation. And next is use eco-friendly materials and products, choosing items that are safe to environment. Example is using biodegradable toiletries. And next is promote recycle and composting properly in managing waste when reducing landfill use. Example is providing recycle and compost bins for guests. Energy conservation solution: use LED lights and energy efficient appliances. This consume less electricity. Example is replacing all bulbs with LED lights. And next is install motion sensor for lighting. Lights turn on only when needed. Example is motion sensor like lights in the hallway. And next is use renewable energy sources like solar panels. Clean energy reduce power costs. Example is solar panels or hotel rooftops. And next is turn off unused equipment and lights. Prevent energy waste. Example is switching off lights in empty rooms. Reducing food waste. Offer small portion size. Helps prevent leftover food. Example is giving guest portion size option. Next is donate excess food to charities. Extra food is given instead of throwing away. Example is donating unsold meals to local shelters. Next is start composting programs and organic waste. Turn food is escape from fertilizer. Example is composting vegetable peels from the kitchen. And next is use technology to track and reduce food waste. Monitor waste levels to improve planning. Example is using apps to track daily food waste.
Reducing plastic waste. Replace single-use plastic with reusable or biodegradable alternatives. Provide refillable water stations instead of plastic bottles. Use paper or bamboo straws instead of plastic ones. Recycling and waste management. Set up recycling bins for guests and staffs. Separate waste into recyclable, compostable, and non-recyclable. Partner with local recycling companies. Educate staff and guests. Train staff on sustainable practices like saving energy and reducing waste. Inform guests about eco-friendly options, example, towel reuse programs. Use signs and posters to promote sustainability.
Benefits of sustainability for business: lower operation costs, less water, energy, and waste. Build a positive reputation as environmental responsible business, like attract eco-consciousness traveler. So next, case study, a sustainable hotel, like example, installing solar panels, using LED lights, and implementing towel and linen resource program.
Challenges in implementing sustainability. Example, a small hotel wants to reduce recently used by installing solar panels and energy efficient appliances. However, the high cost of installation and lack of difficult knowledge prevent the management from deeply implementing these sustainable practices. Next, role of hospitality personnel. Example, a hotel staff member encourages guests to reuse towels and properly segregate waste by explaining these practices in a friendly way. The staff helps reduce water and waste while still providing quality service.
For the future of sustainability in hospitality, there are trends to watch. First, increased use of renewable energy, smart technology to monitor and reduce resource use, increase of eco-friendly hotels and restaurants. So, sustainability is a key for business seeking longevity, a positive reputation, and upholding the values of corporate social environment responsibility. So, by adopting sustainable practices, organizations can show their commitment to responsibility while benefiting from waste reduction and cost saving. So, that's why it's essential that hotel managers and even other hospitality workers must find ways to keep on top of sustainability trends in the hospitality industry, not only because it's a moral imperative, but it makes good business sense. So in conclusion, the lack of sustainability practices in hospitality industry can lead to significant environmental degradation, including excessive waste, energy, and water consumption.